The 2025 season for the Philadelphia Eagles was supposed to be a story of redemption and championship defense. Instead, it ended in frustration, and now the focus has turned not just to players, but the offensive coaching staff, who were tasked with maximizing one of the NFL's most talented offensive rosters. Following a disappointing wild-card loss to the 49ers, fans and analysts alike are pointing fingers at the offensive coaches, not just Kevin Patullo, but everyone, starting with head coach Nick Sirianni. Much of the criticism stems from a season where the offense, despite elite talent, often looked uninspired and inconsistent, especially in the second half of games. Eagles' drives that began in promising situations frequently stalled, leading to field goals instead of touchdowns. Many within the fan base saw this as a symptom of unimaginative play calling and poor sequencing, rather than a lack of player ability. Patullo, who was promoted to offensive coordinator before the season, has been a central figure in these critiques. While his path to the role was built on continuity and internal trust, the offense under his direction frequently appeared stuck in neutral. Critics argue that his play designs often lacked creativity, relying on conservative sequences rather than fully leveraging weapons like A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. This created an offense that occasionally felt predictable, especially in crucial stretches against top defenses. Yet the conversation doesn't stop with Patullo alone. It extends to Sirianni himself. As head coach, Sirianni's influence on offensive philosophy is undeniable. Some fans argue that the lack of a clear offensive identity falls at his feet. When an offense underperforms over a full season, questions naturally arise about who is ultimately responsible for strategy and play-calling direction. The frustration has been visible not just in social media posts and fan forums, but in the way analysts describe Eagles' struggles, an offense that possessed the talent to climb back into contention, but was held back by schematic decisions that didn't always match player strengths. Long gaps without touchdowns, stalled second-half drives, and failures to sustain momentum left many Eagles followers wondering why the unit couldn't make the most of its opportunities. Beyond the strategic debate, there are emotional elements too. The Eagles entered the season with expectations of competing deep into the postseason after a Super Bowl win the year prior, and this abrupt end magnified every flaw. As one critic wrote, the offense didn't just underperform, it was unexciting and boring in stretches, a rare indictment of a team that once captivated the league with dominant scoring. Looking ahead, this scrutiny raises questions about how Philadelphia will approach the offseason. Will there be changes at offensive coordinator? Will Sirianni adjust his approach or retain more offensive control? The common call among fans is for a fresh voice, someone capable of unlocking the full potential of an elite roster rather than defaulting to conservative sequences under pressure.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
To throw is Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Usually in this spot, you'd hear an offensive coordinator saying, don't feel like you've got to get this all back at once. But here, they give up the opening touchdown and say, no time like the present to show what we can do too. And that's big yardage on their initial play from scrimmage.
Play action now, Prescott. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's 2nd and 10. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Prescott. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there,
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So on 4th down, Prescott off and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter as his guys are able to extend their lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. They run it again with Williams. And he'll go down at the 28.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Cowboys first down.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He'll drop this down to Williams. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! George Pickens from 21 yards away. And the Cowboys are back within a score. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nice little juke. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Throwing is Hurts. Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
Complete to number 11, A.J. Brown. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Play action. Here's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Yeah, this is going to be an Eagles first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And this is beginning to border on dominance. Another strong run that picks up a first down. You've got to wonder if the defense coordinator is wondering, do I even go to goal line defense in any situation now to try and slow down this running game?
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. That one a first down pickup of 8.